Okay, yeah. So, hello everyone, good morning and good evening. One second, people are still joining. Yep. Uh, okay, it's a long story. Okay, so we had a last class, I think very long days ago, right? I mean, too many days we didn't have class. So, I'm very sorry about it because I think you might have heard, right? In Hyderabad, there are a lot of there's heavy rains and there is a lack of internet connection and we can't able to take the class and so from today we're going to continue the class and also one small information for you all guys is um, yeah, because our batch has started very long ago, right? But still we are in the back end development then we have to continue with angular and all, a lot of things are pending. So what I have thought is our class will be from Monday to Friday, right? So I make Monday to Sunday. Okay, Monday to Sunday. I mean, every day class will be there. Even Sunday also will have a class. If any specific festivals or something like Dasra, Diwali, then I'll give you holiday. I think Dasra on 25 only. It is Sunday only. So 25 Sunday, right? So Sunday, yeah, you can take holiday. Okay, and remaining all the days are working days. Okay, because I'm very sorry because we don't have time, right? So we already taken almost all the leaves of this batch. So this is what the plan. So Monday to Sunday, I mean daily we have class. Daily class will be there. Okay, until end of the batch. Okay, fine. So that's about the information and yeah, now okay. Last class. Okay, so last class, what we were discussing is okay, REST API. Okay, so we have created the REST API to fetch a single employee. Okay, to get all the employees and all. This we have already tested, right? Delete employee also we have tested. Now, what is the plan is till now we are taking an array, right? We have taken a local array which having some data. So instead of doing this array, why can't you take a JSON file? Because the problem if you take an array, if you restart the server, if you restart the server, data will goes away. Whatever the changes you do for the this employee list will goes away. Only the default array will be there as it is. Okay, I don't want to do that. Even after server restart, I want to keep the data as it is at server side. Okay, so for that reason, you don't need to take a variable like this. You have to take a separate JSON file. Okay, so same story, the same example, but instead of dealing with the array, I want to store data into a JSON file. Okay, so that's a plan. So we'll do it now. And so I have opened this, and let me also open this Insomnia so that we can test the REST API. Come on, yeah. So where we stop? Come on. Okay, so maybe Insomnia takes some time. So meanwhile, um, I think I removed node modules folder from here. Basically, I used to share the source code to you guys, right? Before I share the source code, I used to remove the node modules folder because there's a huge file content. You can install the node module by yourself, okay, using the command. So how you install the node modules? See here, if I don't have node modules for this project, but if I still able to run the program, if I say npm start, sorry, not star, npm, if I say npm start, you get the error. Okay, so yeah, you get the error stating that module not found. Okay, cannot find the module because node modules is not there. Actually, library of Express.js is not there. So we have to install Express.js. So generally, how you install all, because we are using multiple modules, right? If you see package.json, we have .env, Express, and UUID. So how we install all in a single at a time? Just remember only one command, that is just npm install. Okay, so whenever I share this file, I mean, I just when I share the source code to you guys, then what you have to do is just do npm install. Okay, before you run the application, because I never share node modules folder. So just do npm install, it will install all the packages which are listed in the package.json. So this file I'm going to share. So just do npm install, and then npm start. Okay, so this will install all the packages, and then you can start the server. Why are we doing npm start? Because start script executes the server. Okay, let me do the npm install because I don't have all the modules got installed in my project. So control C, npm install. This will install all the packages for us as per the listing in the package.json. Okay, it's done. So next, just say npm start. Okay, yeah, it started. Okay, so once it is started, just like our, where was that? Which one? Employee portal. Yeah, I think this one, employee portal. Okay, okay, fine. This is the one. Okay, so get all the employees. Click on send. I got all the employees, right? Rosemary and all. Yeah, I got it. Fine. So everything works as usual because same source code. Okay, so now what is the plan? Plan is we don't want to maintain data just like an array. We need a separate JSON file to do that. Okay, JSON file. So how you make a JSON file? I'll do one thing. Okay, I create one data folder. In that, I create one JSON file. So new file employees.json. Okay, so employees.json file. So this file will contains all the data. Okay, up to the end of this one. Copy. I'll keep the whole data here. Okay, when you load the JSON, yes, see here, this is the file which contain the full of data, but some problem has come. What's the problem? Value. Okay, okay, okay. I think it must be an array. It must be an array. Okay, okay, fine. JSON data should contain array of objects. Now happy. Okay, fine. I got data in a JSON file. Okay. So now what I do, I don't need anything here in local. I don't need this employee list. Okay. So let me do one thing. Let me fetch data from a JSON file. Okay. So till now we have an array. We just get the array as a response, right? When you do get all employees requests, but we have data in a JSON file. So how you get all the data from JSON file? How you do? You have to use the file system module. So let's say constant path. I need path module also. So require path, and also constant fs is equal to require fs module. So we have path module and fs module. So using that we'll fetch data. Okay. So meanwhile, let me comment all this because if you run the program, you get the error. Let me comment this out. This also, let me comment that out. Okay, only this part I'll comment it. This part I commented. So one by one we'll fix it. Okay. So this part I'll comment it. Okay, fine. So now check. I want to read data from JSON file that is available in the data folder, but where I am employee router, that is inside a router folder. You come out from the folder, then you see data folder in that employees.json. So what you do is not just this one, you can use fs.read file, fs.read file. I'm using asynchronous. Here path dot join underscore directory name, comma, dot. You have to come out from the folder, and then you can find data folder, and then you can find the file called employees.json. Okay, and then comma utf8, and then one callback. Okay, so this callback will give you two things, error and data. Okay, and this data in a form of string. Let me throw the error once. Let me just throw error. Yeah, the data you have to receive, you receive from JSON is text format, because generally JSON contains text format data. So the data, if I just send as it is, what happens? So response dot status status 200 dot JSON. Actually, there's a function called JSON, right? Okay, let's say if I say data, what you receive from there. Okay, so now slightly modified the code. We are reading data from a JSON file. Let me test this out, and we don't need to worry about restart because it's already done it. Okay, so let me test the application. If I get all employees, click on send, I got data. But the problem is the data which you have received is not in a proper objects format, not an array of objects format. It is something like string format. Okay, so if we can't read this data properly, we can't able to fetch the data. So we have to convert it. So as we discussed in file system module, we have to convert data to a object. How to convert a data to a string to an object? Let employees is equal to JSON dot parse of data. So the string type of data I converted to an object, and this employees you will send as a response now. Okay, so I think that's fine. Now check, click on send. Yes, I got a proper object kind of data. Okay, super. So we got the data from the, we got data from the server. Okay, so get all employees from JSON file. That's fine. Now one more thing, get a single employee. When I provide an ID, I want to get the particular employee object from JSON file. Same story, you have to just find out the ID and then fetch it. Okay, how? So how we are doing last time? Let me uncomment. Yep. So let employee ID is equal to request dot param dot ID. We read the ID from the URL, and then we find the particular employee from employee list. But as of now, we don't have employee list. We have to read data from here. Can we do one thing? Can I copy this? Okay, just can I copy this? Read all employees. I'll paste it. See, read file. I get all the employees data. Okay, let's take this as employee list. Employee list. I got employee list. So once you get employee list, what you have to do? Can I cut this? Keep it inside. Now check. I read from JSON file. I got all the employee lists. In that, I don't want to send all the employees. Okay. In that, I'm just fetching and filtering only the particular employee ID if you provide from the URL. So whose employee ID is matched with my provided ID, only that particular employee I'm going to send as a response. If not found, you have to display employee not found. Okay. So we are properly reading data from a JSON file. So let me test this as well. Okay, I think you understand this, right? Yeah, let me test this one. How to test? Go to single employee. Yeah, we have CCED, some ID. Let me send it. Yes, there is a person called Merla something. Okay, if you want to search a particular guy, This is Merla, right? Okay, let me search for something called Rosemary. Let me copy the ID and get single employee. And here I will paste it. Here I will paste it and then click on send. Yeah, I got Rosemary. Fine. Perfect. So now we have done two things get data from JSON and particular employee also from JSON. That's fine. Now, actually, you have to get data from database, but we don't have database as of now. Okay. The next thing will be create an employee. Create means what? You need to take the entire form data and you have to create a new record or you have to create a new object in the existing JSON file. Okay, like these are all the names. I want to create a new name over here. Okay, let's do that. But create how to do? See, let me enable the logic. Okay, let me enable the logic. Yeah, if I enable previously employee list is one array, you just push new employee to it, correct? But employee list we don't have. We have in the JSON. So what we do? Do one thing. Let me read the entire data. Let me read the entire data here. fs.read file, all the employees. I read here, I got all employees. So in this employee, I want to push my new employee. So how you do here? Employees dot push employees dot push what? New employee done. Okay. So this step is done. This step is done. Okay. So you take all employees from JSON and you push a new employee to it. Now this employees array will contain a updated data, but this updated data should not be here. This should be updated in the JSON file. Okay. Remember, right? See, JSON, we read data, right? And on that data, I just added new object. So now this employees is filled with new object. But I want that new data not just in the local variable, it must be in my JSON. So what you do? So this new data I want to write back to JSON file. Generally, if you have database, you will write back to database. Now no database, write back to JSON file. After it is written, you have to send a response. Okay. So what I do is once I got data over here, let me push it back to same JSON file. So fs dot write to file, write back to the same JSON file. So because I want data in a JSON, not in the local variable. Underscore that name dot data employees dot JSON and then what no the data. What is data? JSON dot stringify of data, not data. It is employees and then UTF-8, not URF. I made some mistake. UTF-8 and then one callback. Okay. So here you receive error while writing back. So if any error, just throw the error and then something. What is that? Confirmation to the client back stating that employee has been created. Okay, let's see. So with this example, what happened? If you filled in some data and click on send it while post it, so that new object should be available in the JSON. See here, some area something Z is there. After Z, new object should be there in a JSON file. Let's see that process now. Okay, go back to create employee. Yeah, see here, create employee, the previous request. So first name, last name, email, gender, IP address, everything I have taken. And then when I click on send, okay, super. I got back the result, employee created, with the employee ID and data. So where you have to confirm, when I say get all employees, I need to get data along with Rajan. Okay. Even if you want to confirm, you can go to the JSON file. Oh, it is made in a single line. Huh? That's fine. Huh? But let's see somewhere in the last, see Rajan. So first name Rajan. After Z, Z was the last one. No, see here. See Z was the last one. After Z, one more object, that is Rajan email ID, mail, everything has come. And you know what? The data what is coming from all employees is from JSON file only, na? So we can confirm that it is in JSON file. Okay, because we are reading the entire data from here. We are reading data from JSON file. Fine. That's how you push it back to the JSON. And one more thing, update. Update is a little interesting one. Let's see. Let me enable this. Yeah. So here what we get, employee list dot map, you get the index of that and you will update the employee list. Okay, okay, okay. You are updating to the local array, but not the local array. You have to update to the array from JSON. So what I do, let me grab the read file logic. Again, you have to read the entire data. Okay, you read the data. Okay, I got all employees, or let's take employee list, same name. In the employee list, you got, okay, employee list I got. In the employee list, you will find the particular ID of updated employee. Okay, you get the index and that index you got update. Now this employee list is actually contains the updated data. I think this logic you know already. I have explained in the last class, right? So employee list is having a updated data from the form. Okay, this employee list push it back to the JSON file. You read from JSON, update to JSON. Previously JSON logic is not there, local array was there. Okay, how to write back to JSON? We already done that. Just let me copy that. Let me copy this right to file somewhere here. I got the employee list and that employee list you put it back to JSON and then response what? Employee is, this is the response, right? Got it. I'll keep the response here. Okay, see here. I read data from JSON and in that existing array, I'm updating with new data. Okay. Updated employee and then you have to put it back to splice updation, replace, no, replace example. See the last class we had done, you understand. Okay, so write back JSON and I got employee update employee, that's it then. Okay, let me try this out. Let me try this update logic now. So back to update, what we are updating, this one, okay, can you do one thing, we'll update something else. Okay, let me get single employee. Yeah, when I click on Rosemary, what's the first one? First one we'll see. Not just first one, but I'm just showing here. Yeah, here. Samaria is there. Samaria last name, if something is there, I want to update to my own. Okay, and mail and all I want to update. So what is ID here? Don't get from there. Get all employees, send it. I got Samaria and all. I take the ID. I take the ID. Let me get the single employee, send it. I got Samaria single object, but this I want to update with my own. So copy that. I go to update employee. I will replace that here. But while doing update form, you won't get the ID in the form. You only send the ID through URL. Okay, and this ID you are not sending through the form. Even if you see the logic, you only get update employee ID. ID will come from the URL and first name and all you will fill in the form. Okay, and now check. So Samaria is there. Last name I'll change to John. Okay, and email. If something is there, I'll change to Samaria. Okay, I change John and Samaria. If I send it, what happened? Employee updated. Samaria, John and Samaria, Samsung.com, something.com. Okay, so when I go single employee, it was what? Kif and some name. If I fetch again, see it is changed to John and Samaria. And this is getting from JSON file. You wanna see that? Go JSON. See here, Samaria, last name changed to John, and email changed to Samaria. Correct? Okay, so that's it. Update also done, and let's make a delete lastly. So delete, what to do? Same like update, but small change. Okay, delete. Let me enable. You get the map splice of one, and then all this. So this is everything same, um, just like updater. Only this function gets changed. Can you do one thing? Simply copy this guy. Copy that. Simply replace here. Only thing, you don't need to provide anything over there. Okay, so delete array with, okay, uh, delete an object from array. Okay, so I got the employee ID, and with that employee ID I get the employee list dot map. I get the index, so that index comma one, it will delete the object, and that employee list I'm setting back to the JSON file. The updated data, right? And then what you say, employee is deleted, and what is the ID? Employee ID will be the employee ID. We won't get the object, so we just only get the ID. Okay, for confirmation. Fine, that's done. And let me check the deletion logic. Go back here. So get single employee. I send it. I got Samaria John. I won't delete this. So how to delete? You have to copy the address. Sorry, copy the ID. Go delete employee. Let me provide the URL here. Paste it and then click on send. What happened? Employee deleted. Now when I go to get single employee, when I click on send now, no data, employee not found because employee has been removed. And also go all employees. See, Samaria was there, and then Rosemary was there. If I send again, only Rosemary, no Samaria, is got deleted. You can even check your JSON file. See, the very first one is Rosemary, not Samaria. Correct? Fine. So we have successfully converted our REST API logic to a JSON file. Okay, that's fine. So at this point of time, we clearly understand that how to create a server. Okay, how to create a server using Express.js, how to create REST API, and how to receive the form data, and how to deal with get, put, post, and update operations. Everything we have seen, right? So now data has been maintained at server level. Okay, JSON file. Okay, so at last, what was missing is database. Okay, because we made everything up to server level. Now something which is lacking, because in real time we don't need to create or maintain a JSON files. Okay, and that too is very hard to maintain JSON file because you have to write too much of the code, right? Replacing the JSON file with a lot of code you have to write. You know what? If it is a database, you just make a single line for insertion, updation, deletion, and all. Okay. So what my plan is, now let's understand the database. Okay. So now it's time to understand database. The database what we're gonna discuss in this course is MongoDB. So if you have database, then we don't need to maintain JSON file in local. We have to insert, update, and everything to the database. Okay, fine. So now let's stop it here, and then Let's talk about database. Okay, so fine. 1 second. People are calling me. Okay, fine. Any question as of now? Getting error. Node modules lib common task data cannot find name task data. Hmm. Where it is? JavaScript, huh?
Yeah,
No,
it
I
is
think
under
it is in
JavaScript, I
Angular, huh?
guess. Yeah, in Angular.
In Angular task data, something task data, it's saying that it's not even declared.
I don't know, like I have upgraded.
Maybe the module has not supported, the version not supported. It's clearly saying that task data some variable you are using, but that task data is not available in this utils.
Okay, so
This is
can
library,
we
right?
reinstall anything
Yeah,
which?
try like that. Try to install update version. If you install update version only will come. Try.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So now, yeah, now let's start with database. Okay, just forget about REST API and all. Let's start with the clearly database. Okay. So what exactly mean by database? Database is the storage of your data. Actually, why we need database? Why we have to store data? For example, if you develop an application, right? If you develop a website, for that website, I want to maintain some data. I want to create a customer. I want to create an employee. I want to create a user. I want to maintain the products data. So where exactly the entire data will resides is your database. That will maintain your data. For example, login system. One person got register. Okay, so where you keep the registration logic? If you keep it server level, problem will be if you restart the server, entire data will goes away, right? You may ask like, sir, I can keep in JSON file. Yeah, you can keep in JSON file, but file system is not that you know I mean, what you can say is not the best solution. Only database is the best solution to maintain the data because we can do a query of it and we can fetch the particular record from the um, database and all. Okay, so to maintain the data for an application or website or even mobile app, we must have to have a database. Okay, previously we have databases like SQL databases, SQL database, SQL database. SQL database means we have a rows and columns. So huge amount of tables with rows and columns. But the new generation of databases has come. That is NoSQL database. Okay, what is NoSQL? NoSQL is not just like not NoSQL. It's like not only SQL. NoSQL means not only SQL. It means not only just SQL database like rows and columns. Uh, we can store data alternative to SQL is NoSQL database. It means, for example, we have MongoDB, we have Firebase, CouchDB. There are a long list of databases. So here we are not gonna create rows and columns for data. We can store the object as it is into database. For example, for example, mm, if you take an object, generally every application, like say example, Java application, .NET application, JavaScript application, any application, any website can gives the data in an object format. They have their own object, but every data we can maintain object format. Object will have what? Key and value pairs. Let's say name name is Rajan, like this, and then age I have some 25, right? Designation something software engineer. So this way you receive the data. Okay, so how you convert this data to the table is in the table this entire object, this entire this entire story will become one table, employee table. In that one row, in that row, name is one column, age is one column, designation one column. In that data will be first row Rajan 25 software engineer. Next object will be same column, name will replace with Mahesh, date age, date age. That's how it's maintained. But what MongoDB says is the object as it is you can store. Actually, you can visualize like tables, rows, and columns only, but it not exactly stores in rows and columns. It will, it's having different name. Okay, so now let's understand the differences between existing database like SQL and MongoDB. Okay, simple example: database, Oracle database, and MongoDB. Oracle DB you take na why database. Okay, Oracle database, MongoDB. So Oracle database, what we call, and here what we call. Yes, JSON format. Okay, here what we call in Oracle database. At a top level, we call it as database. Okay, in MongoDB, what is called? What is the equivalent name? Also database only. There also database. Here also database. Okay. Next, in database, what we have? We have a list of tables, right? So tables will be there. So the same like tables, what we have here. We have table only, but we don't call table. We call it as collection. Okay. Remember, in Oracle we call them as tables. In MongoDB and Firebase we call them as collections. Okay. I'll come to this point. In the table, what will be there? In table we have a rows which contain the actual data. Okay. The same rows we call here as documents. Okay. Each row is one document. Okay. And we have columns as well. Each table will have columns. And here instead of column we call as fields. Okay. Just like an object terminology. Okay. Collection means what you know. It is an array of objects. Array of objects indicates collection that itself is acts as a row, acts as a table. And row is nothing but each object is indicated with one row. Each object data will be there na, all values that indicates one row. And fields in the each object you can write like this: each object values. Object contains key and values na, or property and value. So all values will be in the row data. Column will be keys or properties of an object is the fields columns. Okay, this is the small differences, right? So now let's understand how to install MongoDB and how to start MongoDB and how to do database operations. Okay, so first let's start with the installation process, installation and also uh, uh, server startup. Okay, MongoDB also one server. Okay, we have to start it. I show you how it is. Now installation we already done, right? You need to go to mongodb.com. You have to download. I think the very second day of what very second day of our course, we have already discussed about how to download the software, and also we have gone through that, right? We have already installed MongoDB. I show you one more time, and not the complete installation, just where you get that MongoDB. Okay, you need to go to this website mongodb.com, and here you just click on a software. In this, click on software. In that community server. Okay, so when I click on community server, you get the you get a form here. You need to select as per the your operating system. You have to select it here and then download, and then MSI file you have to double click, next, install. So we already installed it. I'm not showing that again. Okay, we have already installed it. That's fine. Now what's the plan is how to use that MongoDB, that we have not discussed. Okay, so let's start now. Okay, so once you have done the MongoDB installed, you will come across certain issues. many people will get a lot of regular general issues. Let's fix all the issues. Okay, let's generate the issue and we'll fix it, and then we'll start with the database operations. Okay, what type of issues you face generally? Generally, what type of issue you face is MongoDB. Mongo is not recognized as internal or external command. So you may encounter the first issue after you install, you get this issue. Okay, sir, where we get this issue? Simple. You open the command line and type the command called Mongo, enter. Okay, so I didn't get the issue because my MongoDB was up and running, but I want to generate the issue. Generally, what happens, when first time when you install, you get this. How to fix? I tell you. First, let me get the issue. Let me regenerate the issue. That is very simple. Environment variables, mm, environment variables, path, edit. There is something called MongoDB. You delete this because generally first time when you install this, this will not be there in your system. Yeah, done. So now let me generate it. CMD Mongo, enter. See, this is the issue. Okay, so first time when you install, it will install successfully, but you get the error is when you type Mongo. This is the command to connect to the MongoDB from command prompt and do some database operations. Okay, so when you type Mongo, you get the error. Sir, how to fix this error? Very simple. How to fix this error is you need to, yeah, I'll tell you the solution. Issue number one and solution. Solution will be need to set up the what? Need to set up environment variables with path. Path you have to set. Sir, what is that process? Simple. Actually, when you install MongoDB, this will install in some location. If you go to the C drive, I show you how to set the path is go to C drive, program files, in that MongoDB server 4.2 bin. Yeah, this is the place where MongoDB got installed for everyone. So you have to copy this address. You have to copy this address, and this address you have to set the path. Okay, copy the address and press Windows key and type env environment env. You get this one, edit system environment variables. Here at the bottom, environment variables, and then in that path, click on edit. In that, click on new button and then paste. Okay, and make sure up to bin you have to paste. Okay, check after bin nothing should be there, just bin is the last. Here also bin. Okay, bin. Just like JDK, how you set the path, same way. So bin, and then okay, done. Don't worry, I will share this video now, so you will cross check. You just pause the video and check. Okay, so done. That's how you set the environment variables. And once you set it, close the existing command prompt, open a fresh command prompt and check. Open fresh command prompt and now type Mongo. See, you didn't get the error connecting to this one and it is waiting for your command. So MongoDB has successfully connected. This is not the command to start the MongoDB. Okay, this is just to connect the internal your laptop installed MongoDB database. So it is connected successfully. Fine. This is one issue. One more issue you get is unable to. Okay, so just say connection failed or failed to start. Okay, failed to connect to MongoDB. Okay, so next time. So after you resolve this issue, you may get another issue called connection failed or failed to connect to MongoDB. Actually, this Mongo command is to connect to MongoDB, but it will fail. Why it will fail to connect to MongoDB is maybe your MongoDB server was down. Okay, Sir, how to start the MongoDB then? Yeah. Tell me how you start this guy. How you start Express.js? Because Express.js is a module that we add to the project and we can do npm start, right? But what about MongoDB? So MongoDB, can I do npm start somewhere? No. Okay. So how you start MongoDB is generally in Windows system. This MongoDB installed as a Windows service. You know what? There are for every Windows operating system, there will be some services running inside. Running services, Windows services like Windows Update service and all. So just like that, MongoDB also as a service. So that service you have to start. Okay, let me get the error and then I show you how to fix it. So to fix this, solution will be start MongoDB Windows service. Windows service. Sir, how? Simple. Using the command call services.msc. You need to open run command and enter this one to open a services, Windows services. So Windows R command, run command. Just type services.msc, enter. So this opens all the Windows services. I hope you know this one. Yeah. See, services open. Here there is something called, see, alphabetical order. In that there is something called Mongo. Yeah, see, MongoDB server running. Status was what? Running. So MongoDB server is running. That's why. That's why when I am trying to enter the command called Mongo, it is happily connected. Correct, because MongoDB server was running. So the people who will get the error is, for them maybe this is down. How to down? Right click on this, stop. So it is stopping that. See, there is no status, empty. Empty status means server is not running. Okay, if server is not running, then what happen? If I can say, okay, now when I say Mongo, enter, see it is trying to connect, but it's came out, connection failed. Okay, it is refused to connect. So connection failed. Why connection failed? Because your server is down. Okay, so we got the issue. Sir, how to fix it? You have to start the server. How? Simply select MongoDB, right click, start. This is how we start local MongoDB server. Okay. So it is started. Status running. So up and running MongoDB. That's fine. Now close it. Open the command prompt. CLS Mongo. Enter. Yes, it's successfully connected. That's it. Okay. So these two issues generally you get, and you're gonna fix in this way. And then Mongo is the command not to start the server, just to connect the existing started server. Okay. So now let's understand what are the database operations. Database operations. Generally, as a developer, we hardly perform four type of operations. You know what? There's a general name called CURD operations. Okay. So generally, as a developer, what this person will do as a full stack developer is, if you can able to perform this CURD operation with database, that's your job is done. Okay. Any complex queries and all will be given by database administrator. Even MongoDB also database administrator will be there, or DB team will be there. They will be giving you the complex queries. But at least as a full stack developer, if you can able to perform this four CURD operations, is done. So what exactly CURD operation? Simple: create, read, update, delete. Okay. So create means I want to create an employee record, new record. I want to read all the data based on conditions, and I want to update the record. I want to delete the record. So if you have to perform four different type of operations with any database. Okay, for example, read operation, select star from employee with some commands, with some conditions like that. Okay, so now we'll understand how to make the database operations like CURD operation with MongoDB. Okay, before I continue with this setup, before I continue with this setup, you need to do um, okay, okay. You can perform database operation in two ways. One is using command line. Command line means just commands you type and check some test data, or else using website. From website, once you fill in the form data, it will insert data directly to database. That is one way. So command line you do, website also you do. Actually, who will do the command line process is your database administrator. Okay, he will log into the backend and he will do some operations like manually he will insert, delete, and all. He will do manual process. Automated is website. So website registration, login, get the products, upload, everything will be through website. Who will do this process? Actual developer, we are the guys. Okay, I'll show you both the ways how to do the code operations with command line. Um, Mac, Mac, I'll share a document. Okay, I have it. I'll share it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so command line, how to do the operations. Okay, so first of all, yeah. So first of all, before I continue with this thing, I want to take an example. What is that is? Um, okay, for our example of CRUD operation, I'll take one database. I want to create database and I want to create a table, and then I want to do a CRUD operation with the same table. Okay, yeah, fine. First, let me check some commands in the Mongo. Once you enter CLS, okay, this is the MongoDB terminal, and inside there is a command called show dbs. Okay, few commands you have to know. If you want to get these commands in my, I think in my, one second, yeah, I have kept some commands for you guys. If you can go to Google and type this name. Okay, so here if you go to repositories, there is something called, yeah, UI development course content. In that there is one, yeah, mongodb.md. This is the MongoDB cheat sheet. So show DBs, show all databases, show current DB, switch to DB, drop database to delete database, create a table, show all the tables, insert a record, insert multiple records, right? Get all the rows, read operation, update operation, everything is there. Chaining, one row, update row, delete row, everything is there. Okay, these are the few commands. Generally, we use less than, greater than, right? So these are the few commands you need to know for MongoDB. So this is the path. I will be giving this path in the chart. Just take a bookmark of it. Okay, this is the path. Okay, so here you can find all the commands. The same commands we'll be trying now. Okay, so this command cheat sheet. Fine. So now let's start. Here, show DBs, and I want to see all the databases which are available in my actual MongoDB. See, I have these many databases available. But for you guys, when first time you create MongoDB, you will have only admin, config, local. These three will be available for you, and these extra will not be there for you guys. Big basket, brains cart, these things will not be there for you. Okay, only local config admin will be there. Okay, so I used to develop multiple applications, so I have all this. That's fine. So now what my plan is, I have big basket, brains card, something, something, something. Okay, now I want to create one new database called HCL underscore DB. HCL database, my database name. In that, I want to create one simple table called employees is my table, and then I want to perform a CRUD operations on them. Okay, so database, how to create this database? Generally, you can create database using here db dot create database provided the name. What's the name of the database? HCL underscore DB. This is the command to create database. Okay, so I'll do it. Yeah, copy this and then paste it. Array. Copy and paste. Pasting is not working here. Just do mouse right click, enter. I got the error. Mm, okay. Maybe I made a wrong command. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Actually, command is create or switch. Just use is a command. Okay. Got it. If you want to create or switch, I think it's for table. Okay. Let's say use command is hcl_db. This is the command to create or switch to the existing database. Okay. And then to create a table, we have a command now is db dot. It's not called table, right? It's called collection. See, it's called collection. So collection is employee. So db dot um, create collection. What's the name of the collection is employees. Done. So create this one and then create table. Let me do this. So just say here use hcl_db, enter. It is switched to hcl_db. In that I want to create a collection called employees. Copy this. Make sure capital C it is. Okay. I will convert this like a JavaScript. Yeah, done. So it's a capital C. Create a capital collection. C is a function. Copy that, paste it, mouse right click, enter. See, okay, it means it's created. Now when I say show DBs, I get huh, problem is database has created with the codes. No, I don't want that. Hmm, what do you do? How delete this? Yeah, how delete a table is how delete a database is db dot uh, drop database. I'm doing mistakes. Cell_db. I think not that way. Again error. What man? I made a mistake. Can I say double? No, something wrong. db dot drop database. Correct only, na? Command is yeah correct. db dot drop database. Okay, I understood. Show dbs. Yeah, use hcl hcl_db, enter. db dot drop database drop it. Okay, fine. Happy. Now let's see from scratch. Okay, I made a mistake actually. This is not the codes. Don't give any codes. Just give only name. Okay, fine. Now let's see from scratch. Okay, so show DBs. Naveen, show DBs. No data call. No database call HCLDB. Now let's say use HCL_DB. Enter. I got it. And then create collection. So what? DB dot create a capital collection. In that you provide table name, that is employees table, enter. See, created. And now when I say show dbs again, i get I get hcldb. Let me go to hcldb. How to go? Use hcl_db, enter. It is switched. You want to see all collections, so show collections employees table. Okay, fine. So table has created. Okay, commands are there in here. You can understand. Show collections we got now. Yeah, so now let's start with insert, delete and all. Okay, so these two commands. What command? One more. Show dbs, create collection, and then what show collections. Okay, those things. So now let's do insert operation. Insert is nothing but create. In the CURD operation, C stands for creator. So let's say create operation. Okay, create. Okay, not just do insert. Let's make create operation. Okay, so how to create a record is, see here. Generally, you create a record just like an object. You can make it like this: tb dot table name employees dot. There's a function called insert one record. Here you have to provide an object. Okay, db dot employees dot insert one provided an object. Okay, here you have to provide the object which you want to insert them. What I want is the fields. So what are all the columns you want to make it? You can make the name Rajan, age 25, designation software engineer. Okay, and then location is Bangalore. Okay, and then what else? Mm, location, and just say something called is active is true. Okay, so I got an object to insert first record. So db dot table name dot insert one is a function and provided an object. This is how you insert from command line. Okay, so let me copy this, go to command line. So paste it, enter. So once you enter, you get the acknowledgement true and object ID. So this ID, we have not mentioned the ID, but ID will auto generate by the MongoDB for us, and that is named as underscore ID. I show you. One data has been inserted. Okay, let me insert another record. So you just copy of it. I'll give you this file. Okay, you can do a same operations. Copy paste you do. Paste it. I want to create one more record. So Mahesh, this guy around 28 years or 30 years, and this guy is team lead. Okay, so bank done false. Okay, fine. So let me insert this record. Simply what you do, copy that and then paste it. Oh, I made a mistake. Two times got copied. Uh, just say use HCL underscore DB. Yeah, copy that, paste once, enter. Yeah, it's created. So two records created, insert. Now I'll do one thing. I want to read, I want to see the data. So the see the data is nothing but read operation. Read operation. So how to read data from the database? How to read data from database is, how can we get two table join? Chetan, wait. Just now started, man. Wait. You're asking about joints and all, huh? Wait. Okay, so read the records. How to read all the records is db dot employees db.employees dot, there's a function called find function. Generally how you read all the employees from SQL database. Select star from employees. This way you do, right? Select star from employees. Same command in MongoDB is this one. db.tablename.find. That's it. Find is a function. So let me run the command to get all the data. So we insert two records. So two records should be there. Copy. Go back here. CLS means clear the screen. Paste it. Enter. You got two records. Rajan, and Mahesh. Fine. And we also got the ID 61, 62. And but this data not properly displayed. I want to display data in a pretty way, like this format, one after the other. You want to get the pretty information. As you have interesting function dot pretty. Okay. If you call dot pretty, you get pretty data. Means one object after the proper line by line you get. So how? You can click on up arrow, down arrow to get the previous commands. Uh, dot pretty is a function. Okay. Enter. See proper pretty data. Fine. So this is how you get data. Okay. And also we will make some conditions, right? What is the condition? Select star from employee where employee name is equal to something or employee ID is equal to something that way. So okay, let's see how to fetch a record with the condition. Okay, I want to fetch data only with the name Rajan. Okay, two records, only name Rajan I want. How? So I say where you mention the conditions I tell you, because condition generally we write db dot employees dot find function. So in the find function, you make a condition like this object. In that you can provide condition. What is the condition? Name property value is Rajan. This is the condition. Okay, db dot employees dot find name is Rajan. If you provide this condition, only Rajan data will come. Copy that back here. I will paste it. Not that one. To copy, paste, enter. See, I got only Rajan. You want to pretty? Just say dot pretty. You got data. Fine. If you want to make not name, because names can be multiple records, ID will be unique. So how can I search with an ID? ID is little different. ID is little different. How you provide ID instead of Rajan is employees dot find where underscore ID, because every object having ID is underscore ID, and value will be this one object ID. You have to copy this and then give it here. You have to provide this way. You have to provide this way. This is actually name. This is underscore ID. So when you want to search with an ID, you can do object ID, and then this is the keyword. Okay, and then you provide the ID of it. Okay, let me search with an ID and also dot pretty. I'll give this file. You can just enter the commands. Copy. Go back here. CLS paste. Enter. See, I got only Rajan. Okay. So you can search with a name or age, whatever, or ID. Mostly we'll search with an ID because see, when we do get employee, ID is there. So this ID we have to query in database to search a particular record. So this ID you have to substitute in this function. So that will give you particular ID from the entire table. Okay.
Can we
So
use
get all
multiple?
records is the
Can
final
we use?
condition.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
Can we use multiple conditions
Yeah, you
in
can. You can.
and or operator?
Yes, you can. I given those things here, right?
Okay,
You
you
can
have
you
given.
can you can check this. I'm not showing all because
Okay, okay,
it's all
fine,
time
fine,
consuming.
fine,
You
fine,
can
fine.
do like limit and all. Yeah. If you want to get the count, how many records are there, you can do db dot employees 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 dot find dot count you function you do. So two records are there in database. Fine. So we have search data read operation. That's fine. One more function was there, bulk insert. If I do insert one at a time, only one record has been inserted, right? There's a one more function called insert many that will insert multiple records at a time. Let me insert two records at a time using the function called insert insert many. Insert many. Okay, so let's make an array. Yeah, remember one thing, insert one will take an object as a parameter, insert many will take many objects. It means array of objects. Array. First object you can take it from here. I'll take an object. Okay, so let's take something new. I take this is John 45. This is guy is manager, or let's take project manager. Okay, let's say Hyderabad, some name. Okay, and it's true. Okay, one object. Let's make one more at a time. If you have bulk insertion, you can use this. Wilson, around 55 years. This guy is project delivery manager or group manager. Hyderabad, false. Okay, so I want to insert two extra records in same table. I already two is there. Insert two more using the insert many function. So simply just copy this back here, CLS, paste it, enter. See, two IDs you got because two records has been inserted. Okay, fine. Now what we do? Yeah, let me find what? Let me find the count. See, count is 4. You want to see all the records? What is the function? db dot employees. It just commands. Okay, through program it is different. Actually, who will do commands? Commands can be made by your database administrator. Okay, he don't know any language. He is not a Java guy. He's not a .NET guy. He's not a JavaScript guy. He is just a system administrator kind of. He only know database, so he know how to log into database from the backend. He will do operations, and even you may feel like these are like JavaScript commands. I mean JavaScript functions, object dot something. Yeah, of course, database is object based, so it'll be like object dot functions. But this is not a JavaScript. This is not a Java. This is not .NET. This is language independent. Because see, imagine we are doing code operation with command line, right? We are Node.js developer. Okay, sir. What about Java developer? Java developer also want to work with MongoDB. Then what he has to do? He has to type the same command. It is a command. It's not a function or something. Yeah, of course it looks like a function, but it is a command line. Okay, just like CLS command, those like that is also command. So .NET guy, PHP guy, Java guy, anybody who want to deal with command prompt, you has to do this. Generally, for SQL database, what happen? You do select star from employee something you write, no? So this is the command, SQL command. So even .NET guy, everyone has to enter the same command. Same way in MongoDB, this is also a command. Okay, so through application is different. Okay, so application website means I want to develop one Java website. I want to connect to MongoDB. So Java website means Java guys will write the Java way functions. Okay, .NET application means .NET guys they write their own .NET way, and Node.js they write Node.js way. Okay, so how they will convert the language specific commands to the MongoDB specific commands is in between there is something called one translator. For example, you know, our PM is there, Narendra Modi, right? So he want to he know Hindi perfectly, right? So he has gone to Japan. If he has gone to Japan, he want to talk to the Japan people. So what happened? He don't know Japan, right? So how they will convey the message is one translator will be there. So that translator will convert all Hindi language to Japanese. Okay. Same way, if he went to some other like Nepal or something, so they will convert to that language. So that translator is there, na one language to another language. Same like that. .NET language to in this Narendra Modi is MongoDB. .NET is Japan. Java is Nepal something. So he want to talk to every language, then in between these guys, one translator will be there. Will convert both together. That is called driver, database driver, .NET driver, Java driver, Node.js driver. Like different drivers are there, and we use MongoDB driver. Okay, for Node.js, we have a Node.js driver. I talk about that when we discuss with website development. But as of now, just command. These are not language specific. These are just independent, language independent. Okay. So yeah, we made only create operation, read operation. So two more pending: update, delete. Let's start with those things. Okay, how? Update, delete. So let's say update operation. Very basic operations I'm showing as of now. Complex operation will say with the application based on application requirement. Yeah. Uh, Update. What do you want to update? I want. Let's see. I'll do one thing first. First of all, I want to fetch particular record. How? Rajan. Copy that. I will paste it. Rajan dot pretty pretty. Okay, I got Rajan. Okay, so what's my plan is I want to update Rajan age 28. I want to change Rajan designation to software engineer, senior software engineer. 28 years, senior software engineer. I want to update to Rajan. So how you update? Generally SQL command. How you update? So select staff from employee, like sorry, update employee, some condition where the rules same way here. What you do is db dot employees dot update one is a function. Okay, inside condition to whom you want to update. I want to update the Rajan record. You provide condition this way, or you can provide the ID. Generally we update with an ID, because see here, update employee, we provide ID. With an ID we'll update. Okay, based on ID only we'll find out the unique record. No, names will match. So that way. So ID of Rajan we know. Let me test once. Copy. Yeah, Rajan we got. So ID of that guy is this one. So update whose record is Rajan record. ID I'm giving here. Okay, let's make the ID here. Done. Okay, update the Rajan record, and remember one thing. This ID is for mine. When I insert record, I got some ID 61. Maybe when you insert, you get different ID. So don't try to copy paste. You just only change ID and do it. Okay, I think you know about it. Okay, so along with that, comma, an object. In that, what you want to update for this guy? What you want to update? I want to update age 28, designation software engineer, senior software engineer. How you update is, see here. You make a condition this way: dollar set. This is just from MongoDB. Set. Generally in the SQL command also we write set. No, that is set here. Set this one. Age designation. Age was 25 already. 25 already. So I want to change to 28, and designation software engineer is there. I'll make it senior software engineer. Okay, that's my command. So let me copy this back here. CLS, enter, enter. See, acknowledgement true, match count one record is match, modified also one. So successful. You want to see that? Let me fetch again. Copy this command, go back, paste, paste. It's not pasting, paste, enter. See, 28 senior software engineer. That's it. Okay, one update command. You want to update anything else? John. I want to update John with okay, John location change to Bangalore. Okay, how? Simply same story. Copy that. I paste it. So for John, I'm telling you, I will sorry, I will update with name. Okay, ID we already seen. No, name will see. So using name, how we generally nowhere never do with the name. Okay, do always with ID, because name will be match for multiple records. So John Update with what? Update with only location I'm updating of John. John location I update to Bangalore. John location update to not Bangalore, Chennai. Chennai. Okay. So let's find that guy and then we'll confirm. How to find db dot employees dot find dot pretty enter. See here, where is John? Yeah, John. Location Hyderabad. I want to make it Chennai. Simply copy this command, go back, paste paste it, enter. Match count done. Now up arrow, enter. Now check John location change to Chennai. Okay, this is what update operation for this way. Instead of JSON, we'll make update operation that way, and then we have delete. Delete
Sir,
very simple.
sir,
Is an ID you delete. Huh.
sir, update for multiple.
Update for multiple never do because only one employee you can update at a time. Update multiple records, it leads it makes an issue, right? Update multiple also same update. This update function is there. Update one. No. Update. Yeah, update function is there. Not just update one. Update function is there. There you make the condition based on condition to update for all the record, all match count. See, actually we get a match count, na? Match count one. Just like that, multiple match count will come. Modify count also will come. So there is a function called update, not this update one. Okay, but we have all unique records. So same condition, same thing, update, provide the condition and ID, it will update. And yeah, lastly, delete operation. Delete operation, how to do, same story, delete one is a function. So db dot employees dot delete one record provided one ID or whatever. Let's make an ID. I won't delete the Rajan. Copy that. I paste it here. So delete Rajan record. Okay, this is Rajan ID, right? So let's see here. See, I got Rajan. Okay, and let me copy this. Let's paste it. Enter. Delete it. Now let me fetch all data. db dot employees dot find pretty. See, only Mahesh, John, Wilson, no Rajan, right? I want to delete Mahesh as well. Copy the ID 62. I don't know. That is 62 you don't get. So let's copy this object ID. I will make a copy of it. Simply the entire object ID you replace 62. Copy, go back, paste it, enter, done. CLS, enter the command. You have only John and Wilson. So this way. So we have understand the very basic operations of code operation, create it, update, delete operations. Fine. But one question, what is that? Uh, can we do one thing? We have hardly 3-4 rows, right? Hardly 2 rows now. Sir, I want to have multiple rows. I want to have 100 records. Then how to do? Let's see. How to do is, can we do one thing? Yeah, let me delete this entire story. So show DBs and in this HCL DB, right? Just say use HCL underscore DB gone. I mean, it is switched to. So DB dot drop database gone dropped. So there is no HCL DB anymore. Okay. Now what my plan is, not just deal with 1-2 records. I want to insert multiple records at a time. Let me grab some data from online. We have a website, right? Mongo.com. Yeah, let me get data from there. So go to Google, mocker.com. Here, I tell you there's a small problem. So how to fix the problem? I tell you. Yeah, I have first name, last name, email, gender, IP address. ID not required because database will make an ID. ID not required. So first name, last name, email, gender, IP address. These uh, 5 records. Let me download some 50 records of JSON format, no null value, download. Okay, I got data. Open. Yeah, this is your data. Okay, so this data I want to insert into my database. How? Simple. Command is what? db dot. Oh, it's not visible. Huh? Change to JavaScript. Yeah, db dot employees dot insert many function call. It accepts an array of objects, so I'm as same as it is. db dot employee dot insert many. Lastly, you have to close the function. This one very important. Close that. This is your command. But where you insert, we don't have database also, na? See, it's gone. Let me create. So use HCL underscore DB, enter. And then create table called employees DB dot create collection of employees created. Yes, let's say show DBs. I got HCL DB, switch to it. Use HCL underscore DB, gone. Show collections, got employees. Now let's insert the record, multiple records. So simply what you do, you will just take a copy of it, copy, go back, paste. Okay, huge records. Yeah, it's done. Enter. See, you got 50 object IDs. All 50, 65, something has come. Okay, so how to read data? Simple. db dot employees dot find dot pretty. Enter. You got 50 records. But problem is, it is very hard to find the data in the command line. Correct, no? If you have 2, 3 records, we can see easily understand, sir, this is what it is. But if you have hundreds of records in real time, not just 4 fields, we have 10, 15, 20 fields also will be there. Then how can we really understand what data was there in database? Yes, we understand your problem, and we have an ultimate software is there for that. What is the software is MongoDB Compass. Okay, so what is this MongoDB Compass is? This is one GUI environment. GUI environment. This is a software. So here you can pretty visualize the data, not just a command line. You can visualize the data. We have two things, no? We have command prompt and we have Windows. Windows, we can visualize the folders. In command, we can only see the names. Correct, no? Same like that. We can visualize the data and we can do all these operations also here. Just like Toad for Oracle, right? SQL developer, like those type of software. We have MongoDB also. MongoDB Compass we call. Okay, so this is the software we can visualize data. So same data, I'll show you how to visualize. And so how is this software you have to install? I think we already installed it. I'll show you how you get that. Go to MongoDB official website. Go to MongoDB official website. This is very important because we use mostly that one. Official website. In this, go to software. In that, there is something called Compass. See, Compass GUI for MongoDB. Yeah, go to software and click on Compass. It will open the Compass. Just click on right now. Yeah, right side you can see this. Okay, yeah, it is changed to Windows zip file. Remember, select the zip file only. They are not given any option zip file only. Okay, so select zip file and download. So actually for MongoDB Compass, no installation required. No installation required for MongoDB Compass. You just need to extract the zip file inside MongoDB, actual software file will be there to open. Okay, so download it. Zip file will come. Extract the zip file. In that zip file, one file will be there like this. Extract the zip file. In that one file will be there with this icon. Just send that to desktop. That will be your MongoDB compass. Okay, zip file download zip file, extract the zip file, right click extract. No, after you extract inside, you can find this logo application will be there. Okay, this file will be there. This file you double click or send to desktop and double click, it open the compass. Okay, so I have already done that, so I'll just show you the compass. This is the MongoDB compass. So here you can visualize the entire um, here will collection structure. I tell you with Mongoose. Tomorrow we will discuss that collection structure. Okay, how to create a table structure and all, how to define which column, what data type and all. We will do with programmatic. Okay, not with command line. Command line we can't do it. I show you in tomorrow's class. Okay, first as of now, just see the compass. Okay, MongoDB compass. Yeah, here in this MongoDB compass, you have to enter the URL. You know what? See here. Let me close this window. You know what is the URL of MongoDB? What is URL of Express.js? HTTP colon slash slash 127.0.0.1 colon 5000 4200 Angular 5000 Express.js 3000 React. Okay, so 5000 we made 5000, right? Yeah, but what was MongoDB? MongoDB is not HTTP. MongoDB colon slash slash 127.0.0.1 local colon 27017 is the port number. For everybody local installed MongoDB, this is the port number. Okay. So sir, how can I get this? Simple. You know what? When I connect to MongoDB from command line, you can see that. See what is showing? Connecting to MongoDB colon since is something blah blah blah, some extra options. This is the path, local MongoDB, how to connect. Right? This is the path you have to give here. Here, just say MongoDB colon slash slash 127.0.0.1 1 colon 27017. Click on connect. Here you can see all databases. See, you can see all databases here left side. I show you. You see in command line, and I say Mongo is gone, right? Yeah, show. Usually what you do, show DBs, admin, big basket, they're all here. Admin, big basket, and all. Our HCL DB. See, this is the benefit of it is expand employees table. If you click on employees table, see data, 50 records are there. Uh, there are multiple options. You can select table view, object view, uh, this document view. This is data, first name, last name, and all. We did select star from no, that was this one. You can even click on this table. You can see data in a proper table format. This is your database. Okay, ID, first name, last name, email, gender, IP address. So displaying 20 of 50 records. Just click on next. 21, 40 to 50. Okay, like this. You have data. Okay, and the best part is if you are using MongoDB Compass, no need to do the commands also. Why? Because I show you. You can do everything here only. This is what read operation, reading all data. Yes. If you want any filter, if you want, I want to filter with something, you can make a condition here. First name with this guy, Carly or something, Car LIE. Okay. Find. See, only one record has come, Carly. You can do a filtering logic here. If I don't do anything, find all the data. Okay, that's called single record. And also you can update also. See, I want to update this last name with my own. So there's an update option. Click on edit. This guy I changed to John and then update. See, it is updated. You want to see that? See, use HCL. Actually not required because this is database only. Okay. db dot employees dot find dot pretty. See the first one. Where is the first one? Yeah, Carly, John. Okay, you can update to something else. And you want delete also. Carly, you want delete? Click on delete button. Delete. Gone. You want to do it? See, Carly, Jordan, something is there. Run the command one more time. So now check. See, Jordan, no Carly, gone. And you have 49 records. Got it? Okay, so you can do everything and you can do insert also. You want to insert, there is something called add data, insert document. Yeah, you have to make the object properly. What is object? Can we get the object from here? Yeah, this is object. Let me copy, paste it. Let's make every line next line.
Can we skip one or two fields here?
If you skip, it won't insert that one.
Okay.
Actually, you're supposed to give some condition. That at that condition I tell you, because every field what type of data you have to give it. I tell you that tomorrow's class. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So Rajan. So 49 records. Let's insert new record. Okay. Rajan. Come on. ये क्या हो गया? Rajan Jain. Rajan at something.com and I make this as 127.0.0.1. Okay. So just click on. Come on. What man? Bit slow it seems. 0.0.1. Okay. So just click on insert. See now 50. You can see that Rajan, the last I hope. Click on next and then next. See Rajan. Okay. So this is pretty easy than command line. Okay. Your database administrator will do either this way or this way manually. Okay. But never do manual process. Sir, I can do insert operation here, then why application required? It's a wrong question actually. We supposed to get data from client, right? When client registered, we got data. Actually, what we have done, we get some raw data. Actually, where we get this data? For application dynamically, right? When we create, update user, update the product, like multiple operations will happen. This goes on the application website. So based on that, you have to perform operations. So that we will have to do it automatically here. We don't need to do manual process. If some reason something went wrong, you want to make a admin to, if you want to convert any user to admin user, you will make it to true false from the backend. You can do this process. Okay, only DBA, not a developer has to do. Testing purpose you can do it, but generally it's supposed to happen with application website. Okay, so we have discussed this part. Tomorrow, what we do is, because we learn server, we learn what? We learn server, we learn database also. So tomorrow what we do is we are going to develop big basket application. Okay, it means it is CRUD application only. CRUD application only. So for big basket, actually we have to develop the client using Angular. Okay, client side application using Angular, but backend REST API because big basket will create a product, will update the product, will delete the product, will fetch all the products like that. So for all this REST API, we will do it with Express.js and backend. Till now we were using JSON, right? For REST employee, no, for employee records, we did with JSON. From now onwards, no more JSON. MongoDB will be there. So tomorrow we'll understand how to make REST API for big basket application with MongoDB, and we'll test it the backend. Once the backend part is finished, then for the same application we will design the client. So because here we are submitting through form, no, this we have to make through Angular form with the client side setup. Okay, so that we're gonna do from tomorrow. Okay, so let me take this file I create in server side development, something new, text file 18 hyphen what MongoDB basics. Okay, let's paste it. Yeah, I'll share this file, so you will try these things, and then so be ready with your MongoDB compass and all, and be ready with your MongoDB setup. So tomorrow we'll be doing the REST API with MongoDB, and then immediately that is the last application we do in server side, then switch back to client Angular. Okay, and then wherever server required, we'll switch back to server and client. Two things, Express.js, no, Angular, like both. Okay, that's fine, and thank you so much for joining, and we'll meet tomorrow, same time, right? And please note the class timings and dates. Timing same only. Only thing is Monday to Sunday, 24 by 7. Okay, daily. Okay, only I think Dasra is a holiday and Diwali is a holiday. Remaining we have class. Okay, fine. I think I explained only the reason. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks so much, and we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.